Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a tutorial on an application that I've created here. And I'm going to go to the preview screen here. So what you're going to see is this is a pop-up that's going to insert the video that I'm making right now that will walk you through the process of how to use this depth of knowledge question generator. All right, if you are okay with the instructions and you don't need the instructions next time, click on this little box here and then click got it, and it won't show that box to you again. All right. So first thing we're going to do here, let's say you want to kind of see how this tool is going to work. Here are the different steps that you're going to go through in this process of creating this prompt. Basically, your end goal is to create a prompt that creates practice questions for you that are specific to what you're ordering right here on the screen. All right, so we're going to take level 1, basic facts, click next. We'll do multiple choice, single answer, but you can choose from any of the types of questions you have there. We'll do 5 questions first. You can put your answer key pattern in here if you want to do D, C, B, A, B. Usually what it will do is it'll generate answers that are B and C, and if you have like 20 or 30 questions that it's asking you and they're all B's or all C's, then it's kind of frustrating. So I usually put this key pattern in, and you could just, make it however long you want and say start at the 4th letter, and then it'll generate it from that. All right, it will be very specific in your prompt. And you click next. All right, and then you get to choose from just like foundational, basic sciences. Do you want to do like a real world application? Do you want to focus on skills and procedures or exam prep type stuff like board prep? You can click one of those. We'll go to the building foundations, and then now we're going to choose our topics. So here you have the different topics that you can choose. Basically anything you type in here, it will pull that type of information. If you want it to be like cardiac anatomy, it'll pull a lot of cardiac anatomy and it'll be random. But let's say that you're struggling with, let's do cardiac anatomy. Let's say you're struggling with valves, and you are struggling with myocardium and electrophysiology. You can put all of those in, and it will design questions around the ones that you're struggling with. Then you click generate your prompt. Here's the prompt that it generated for you. You don't need to do anything other than click copy prompt. And then whichever AI that you like to use, just click on the one you have here. I have a paid account for 2 of them, so I would probably click this. Then you just click here, hit Control V or paste what you just copied, and then go for it. And this is the prompt that it is written for you, and it's going to now follow all the directions that I have programmed it to do to create questions for you. So the questions that I have here are going to follow those rules that we just established when you wrote the prompt, and it will present your 5 questions. So here you can see you have your question and your alternatives. I included a depth of knowledge learning companion, and basically what this is let's say that you want to go back and study this because you got it incorrect. It will tell you the concept that you need to study, what discipline alignment, it may be useless information. We know it's anatomy and physiology. The learning concept that you're working with, the mechanism that it operates under. So it's like here, if we're looking at the valve, it shows you the different valves and what the function is and how it opens and closes. Any clinical correlations. So like, let's say you have aortic regurgitation, it'll give you a little bit of information here. This tells you the level that you were working under here, at least what you programmed it to do. And then just some common misconceptions, things that confuse students often, so you can be aware of those and then go back and study those. Here's a mini reflection prompt, which valve controls blood flow between the left atrium and ventricle. So it can kind of like start you thinking through the process of what else is going on. And then a challenge mode, what happens if that aortic valve fails to close completely. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a study guide list or something that you can work through to build on that concept. And then it'll give you your answer and justification for each of them. All right, and then it goes on to the next question. All right, and that will end whatever this exercise is that you've ordered, and you can go through, you can do your practice questions, and then you can go back and study for another subject or another concept, or you can just, if you just wanted to put a random like cardiac anatomy in there, it'll pull from anything in cardiac anatomy. All right.